There, that should fix it. Do I have audio now? Check, 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 check. I should have audio now. This stupid thing defaults. Yeah, it defaults to my microscope, which of course does not have a microphone. So sometimes I forget to go over there and flip it back over to the camera. In answer to your question, yes, I got the German note. I finally got down to my P.O. box today. I was kind of sick all week. But yeah, that's really cool because I collect stamps and coins, and so that thing has everything in there. There's some stamps, there's a German note, there's a coin. It's really cool, and I appreciate having that. Um, Real happy about it. Uh, I'm not feeling real well. Maybe maybe y'all can tell. I'm still not 100% from all the stuff I've been going through, but we're gonna spin the wheel here and see what's going on. James Eller, I gave away a ton of stuff last week. I don't plan on having another one until the 12 days of Christmas, which actually starts on Christmas Eve and runs into January. And the Epiphany, we did that last year, and it was pretty good. That is assuming, of course, that A, I can come up with enough prizes, and B, uh, that my channel is even still live at that point. I'm struggling. Were you there? Yeah, James, I think you were there. Um, I haven't mailed the packets out yet. I only mail on the 3rd and the 15th. And so here's the stack of winners. Den Mo, but he gave his to Heather. Jimmy Licari won the grand prize. Archaeology Mikey won something. I can't read my own writing on this. Mike. I know his last name starts with a J, or not a J, an S. I'm sorry. And John Jacobs. And then there were a couple people that won and gave their prizes back to me for me to sell, to try and get moved, sorry, up to Michigan. I am in even more distress here now due to the fact that yet another one of my doctors has left the area. Jaji Coin and Mud SWAT gave their stuff back. So, so yeah, I think you were there, James. I'm pretty sure you were. I can go back and check the list, but anyway, yeah, my cardiologist has bailed. This town has a real problem with keeping medical people. There's just not enough money to be made. The town is shrinking every year. And my niece, who has been driving me the 100 and something each way to Roanoke to specialists, is moving in 19 days. And so I'm not going to have any transportation to get up there for those procedures. So I got to get moved somehow. I don't know if you saw, but at the top of this thing, I haven't figured out how to pin stuff yet. I don't know how to do it. Excuse me. But I'm having a jewelry and home decor holiday sale on my other channel on November the 14th at noon o'clock. And anyway, it's my Oh Susie Q channel. There's the link to it. I think that's it. I never know what I'm doing. Been a day, folks. It's been a day. All right. Well, we're gonna I did get some car wash quarters and 7 pennies I found on the ground. Actually, I am on Michigan Mud Diggers page. I'm on a number of metal detecting people from the Michigan area that I'm in touch with. So when I get up there, I'm hoping to detect with some of them. Digging with Deej is another one. Deej has been a great emotional support to me throughout my illness, and I cannot wait to get up there and detect with her. We're going to start out tonight working on this 50 state quarters book. When I fill it, it will be a giveaway. We are only missing a few. We're missing Louisiana, Illinois, Missouri, Nevada, Nebraska, North Dakota, Utah, and most of the territories except the Northern Mariana Islands. Learn to talk, Suze. All right. So, yeah, and he's actually in an area that I know, Sheena, so that's a plus. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the microscope and we're going to start looking through these states and see if we can fill up some of these holes in the book. Oops. Tomorrow, I got to go vote. My state is having elections. Yeah, they don't follow the rules. They're having them this year, and one of them is governor. And then I have a local friend here who is running for the city council, so I got to make sure I get my vote in for her. Very nice lady, and also my niece's landlady. So I got to get that accomplished tomorrow. And don't think I need that one. I need North Dakota, not North Carolina. Ooh, that's a dirty coin. That horsey there been rolling in the mud. Yeah, anyway, I'm still working on getting moved up there. I'm on the waiting list for an apartment. The original plan was a motorhome, but then my health got so bad that we don't think I could handle the motorhome in the winter or handle it by myself. So I'm now on the waiting list for senior housing. And man, the prices of moving have really risen because of COVID. It's mind-boggling. I wanted to rent a car and go down and see my brother in Florida before I go to Michigan, but to rent a car here is 3 times more expensive than if I rent it in a different area. They really price gouge the dickens out of us folks out in the mountains. Hey, Mikey got his computer together. Woohoo! Good job, Mikey. Good job. Glad to hear it. Boy, so far I haven't found a single one of the missing. Come on now. Yeah, I found 7 pennies on the ground while I was at the car wash today, cleaning out my car a little bit. There's, for some reason, over by this one vacuum, I think there's a guy that just goes over there and sweeps the back of his truck out onto the ground, because I find all kinds of crazy things on the ground over there. But I found 7 pennies, so I haven't looked at them yet. Yep, so far, no good. Come on, y'all. Yeah, I was over on, okay, that one we need. North Dakota. Finally fill the space. Yeah, I was over on Sir Benji, watching him give away stuff. Sir Benji is another Michigander. He is very close to the area that I live in, that I lived in when I was there before, and plan to live in again. So he is actually one of my jewelry customers who also happens to dabble in, he's really made a name for himself here with the coins. He has surpassed me as far as subscriptions, but there's only so much I can do being sick half of the time. I never know from one day to the next if I'm going to be able to sit at the computer. I do the best I can. But anyway, yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping doctors here. They're just too far away, and they don't have the specialists that I need. So I am quite antsy to get out of here. Sharp Eye for Coins is in Michigan. Okay. Yeah, I saw my name fly by on there a couple times too. Speaking of Michigan, there's Michigan. The Mitten. If you don't know why they call it the Mitten, go look at a map. You'll figure that out. And there's Georgia. I used to live there till my 2 best friends both passed away 3 months apart, and then there wasn't much reason for me to stay there anymore. I lived halfway between the 2 of them, and they were both ill, and I could run back and forth, try to help them as much as I could, but they have both since gone on. Okay, we need Nevada. That's good. There's another one in the books. I'm not particularly talkative today. I had a really bad night. I almost went to the hospital. My blood pressure went berserko. That one's in the wrong bin. But I got up and took some meds and got a drink of water, and then everything seemed to drop back down to where it was supposed to be. But I never did get back to sleep. What we got here? Upside down. South Dakota. I don't think I need that one. Another South Dakota. Ohio, I don't need. I'm down to the last 4 of the state quarters. Another Ohio. Still don't need it. Arizona, I don't need. Don't believe I need. Nope. Last 2. We have New York. need it. And whatever this is, uh-oh, we've lost the camera. Uh-oh. And the last one is Tennessee, which we don't need. So, sorry about that. For some reason, I bumped something or something happened and I lost video for just a second. Well, we filled a couple more. We've got 4 more states to fill in from the car wash quarters before we can pass this along to someone. I'm trying to get prizes together for the Christmas giveaway. It's a little, the Christmas giveaway involves having at least 15 prizes, and I sold a lot of my stuff and gave away a lot of my stuff, so I don't really have this stuff together yet for that. I'll have to go through my treasure chest of my personal stuff and see if I can find anything, unless some of you would like to send in some little prizes. They don't have to be anything killer, you know. I'll try to come up with some good prizes. So, anyway, I have a little box over here, and I'm going to have to get a bigger box for some of the larger size prizes, but we need to put some things in this box to be given away for the 12 days of Christmas. So if you would like to send something along that you have a duplicate of or something, the Nightbot has posted my P.O. box, and you can also see it there on the screen. I got one of my quarter books here, my personal book. It's missing 2 quarters, 69D and an 80D. So normally I don't go through there. Hey, Spray Can, how you doing, sweetheart? Normally I don't go through these, but I really want to try and fill that book. So I'm going to flip back over to the scope, and I'm going to go through these really quick because I'm just looking for 69D and 80D. This is not necessarily a car wash quarter book. This is just a quarter book. Whatever it is, it's a P, so I know that's not what I need. Oh, 65. So close to being silver, but not quite in the box. Would like to find some silver. Now, these actually are car wash quarters that I'm doing today. Come on, 69D. I would love to finish that book. It's been sitting on my shelf here for quite a while. Come on. Stop fighting with me. 95. Ooh, this one's chewed up. My goodness. And it's an 80, but I don't think it's a D. Let me get her turned around here. That'd be my luck, wouldn't it? Okay, somebody want to tell me what that is? I think it's an 80D, and it's chewed to snot. I can't tell for sure, but that looks like a D. Asking for second opinions because this coin is beat. It's one, if that's a D like it looks, then it is a coin I need for the book, but my goodness, I'd rather have a better example. Oh, that just looks awful. I'm gonna leave it there for a second. Somebody can tell me what they, if you think that's a D. Don't know. My chat is not moving at all, so I don't know if there's even anybody in here watching this. I'm gonna set it aside. Put it in there for now. Ugh, come on. Some of these books don't work too good. The quarters keep falling out of them. Oh, well. Yeah, I apologize to all you folks that, you know, you're streaming and I'm not in there. I have this problem going on with my eyes right now where it is very difficult on some days for me to focus. My right eye wants to do double and triple vision, and it has to do with a neck injury. So I just have a really hard time watching. I do try to pop into the streams just for a minute or two and say hello, and I'm not sure about that one. But I used to be a lot more active online, and I apologize to all of you if I am missing your streams. It's like I said, when I had the pulmonary embolism, I fell, and I did a face plant on a hard floor, and it whiplashed my neck and re-injured a previous injury, and it is really giving me fits. I have good days and bad days. Yesterday, I got a nasty email from somebody because I did not make a shout out video. I'm not good at making shout out videos. I used to try to do them. And anyway, somebody called me out because I did not make a shout out video. And yeah, I just wish people understood that when somebody is sick and they don't have a second person in the household who is involved with their channel, it is sometimes just impossible to participate in the way that you would like to. So sometimes I am watching your channels, but I'm watching them on my TV from bed and don't have any way to type into the chat. I wish I knew how to do that from my TV. Well, thank you, Spray Can. That would be really sweet. Most of the time, I'm watching on the TV and typing on the phone, but typing on the phone has kind of aggravated my condition, so I have to limit that. I am going to physical therapy. They cut it back to twice a week now because they are short-staffed. Like I said, the medical people are bailing out of this area. They can't make any money here. The population is dropping rapidly. It has dropped. This town in 2000 had almost 8,000 people. Now it has right around 5,900, and people are moving out in droves. And a lot of it is because they can't get good medical care here. I was hoping they informed me that my cardiologist had left, and I was hoping that he was somewhere in Virginia, but when he left. He went to Oregon. So I don't think I'll be seeing him again, unfortunately. Yeah, that's one thing about Michigan. Michigan has some pretty decent medical care. University of Michigan's hospital is ranked one of the highest in the country. So I feel like I need to go back there. Well, we got that one beat up, nasty looking coin out of there for my book. That was about it. I'm going to try next week to get some pennies. I want to finish my penny books. If y'all excuse me for 1 second, I left my beverage in the kitchen. So let me put this quarter book up. Then we're going to do some national park quarters. But I'll be right back. I got to get a beverage. Much more better. Hi, Ernest. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, gonna do something else. Change my mind on that little short walk. Get my breath. Gonna do a giveaway. Yep, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So there's a lucky number 7 of you in here. I need everybody to post something in the stream so that the Nightbot will pick you up, because that's what I'm going to use to do my giveaway. And let me show you what I'm going to give away. It's not a big thing. I just don't have a lot of stuff to give away. I gave away a bunch of stuff last week, but I do have a couple little things here, and I'm just going to give them both away together. The first one is something that we found in the stream, which is just a bicentennial quarter, but it was in pretty decent shape, except it's got he's got a pimple or something, a little milk mark. I don't know what you want to call it. But this, I think, was the first bicentennial we found from the car wash. But we'll sweeten the pot a little bit with this little gem here. because she's quite lovely. This is a 1937 Mercury dime. So we're going to give those away in about a minute. I got to figure out how to get this thing off of my screen. I'm having a time. Yeah, we'll put that up there for the moment. Let the Nightbot have something to say. And let me see, we got... All right, looks like everybody's in. The people that won last week. Werner! Hi, honey. Hey, everybody say hi to Werner. He's my friend from Germany. That's all right, Werner. You popped in. Hey, Mike. I didn't see you pop in there. Yeah, Werner's good people. All right. We're going to hit this button real quick, but somebody's not in. Somebody hasn't posted. I'm going to read the list. If I don't read your name, you need to post something real quick in the stream. Archaeology Mikey, Ernest Edwards, John Jacobs, Mike. I forgot how to pronounce your name again. I am so sorry. I've had a bad week from memory things. Spray Can Coins, Lucky James Eller, and Werner X. Archaeology Mikey, you're funny. Shalice, that's right. I remember now. I remember. I'm a little slow. All right, I'm going to hit this button here. We'll be better later this year. Yeah, I hope I'm better later this year, too. Y'all are cheering me up. I've been really depressed the last couple days. I don't really want to get into it, but it's all related to my health issues. I feel kind of jacked around. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah, Werner! I could probably afford to send these to Germany if you want me to. Although my rules do say you have to be in the United States. I love my Werner. You know, he's a loyal and faithful viewer of my channel. So anyway, that was that. Let me get back over here. Find me an envelope. Envelope. All right, put those in there. I always have to make sure I do that right away, because I had one prize that somehow it got down behind my shelves and it stayed there for the longest time. And after I got sick, they sent a lady to help me with house cleaning and that kind of stuff. And she found it back there, and I finally got it out to Jaji like months later. I was so embarrassed. Also, if anybody wants to make a donation of any kind to help with postage, that would be greatly appreciated. But more than that, if you'd hit the like button and the subscribe thing, that would cheer me up tremendously. That's big. Still have to downgrade. No giveaways. Okay, Werner. Here's what I'm gonna do, Werner. I'm gonna put those in the 12 Days of Christmas box, and we will give them away at Christmas, if that is agreeable with you. They can go in the Christmas giveaway. I just put them in the box. And now I'm going to start on this national park book. This is my personal book, and I have been struggling to try to get it full. It takes a lot of coins to fill this book because it has spaces for both Denver and Philadelphia for each of the state park quarters. Okay, great. Thank you, Werner. Yeah, I put them in the 12 Days of Christmas box. Those are the first two items to go in there. Let me flip back over onto that camera for a minute. I should have done it when I was doing my drawing, but I have the little box here. I'm putting littles in, and then I have a big box that I have some other things in. I will also have some metal detecting prizes like we did last year. Right before I got too sick to do my show, I got a package from Noka Simplex, and I have hats. Oops. I have some hats. I have some patches. I have, this is a different hat. This one's extra special because it's got M3 fur on it. I have a Garrett tote bag that I got from, I think I got this from Deej. A Fines bag. I have a pinpointer holder from Nokta. So I do have a few metal detecting prizes, and those are in the big box. I can't fit them in the little one. Oh, Mudswat. Hi, honey. How are ya? All right, now I'm gonna go back over here and try and put at least one coin in my national park book. This is probably going to be kind of an abbreviated show. I'm trying to get rested up good. I had a little scare last night with my health, but I seem to be doing okay today, so they've been moving my meds around and added in a couple and took a couple away, and I think my body just said, hey, excuse me, quit messing with stuff. Pick one and leave it, you know. But I am blessed that I'm even here. I mean, I got from my doctor on Wednesday the full report from when I had the embolism, because I couldn't remember a lot of the things that happened to me. And when I started reading this stuff, it really scared the bejeebies out of me, because apparently nobody thought I was going to make it. My primary care made a house call the other day, which is, that's why she's my primary care. She's fabulous. And she told me that she had actually considered sending the police over to do a welfare check on me. She had no idea that I was here without a nurse. The insurance place somehow screwed up and did not get the nurse dispatched. But anyway, I'm reading this stuff and I'm going, whoa, I got a miracle. I was given a miracle. And, sometimes I get really depressed about not being able to do the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And then I got to remind myself, hey, you know, you could be doing nothing. You could be pushing up dirt and worms. So I appreciate all of you stopping by and supporting me. Hello, Mr. Bat. It's Batman. I like the bat. I think he's cute. And I keep forgetting to check a lot of these I already have. Mostly I'm missing D's and, of course, W's. And we have found a few W's out of the car wash. Yeah, I was listening to Sir Benji talk about flipping his car, or a van that he was in, flipping and going into Lake Michigan at some point in his life. And it made me think about why my neck is messed up is because I hit a patch of black ice in Michigan, and I was headed towards about a 50-foot drop off into the Flint River, and I managed to get the car spun around where I went the other way, and I backed it into a tree, which was still far superior than going into the Flint River in the middle of winter. But that's how I originally hurt my neck, and that's the injury that I redid when I fell. So yeah, you don't want to go in the water up there, especially in the winter. It's damn cold. Another Batman. I know I don't need it unless it's a W, though. Nope, it's a P. A little piece. And another little P. National Park. I don't know about that one. Nope, I needed the D on that one. I don't know why I can't get D's here. I guess they're keeping them out in Denver. Okay. Whee! I'm going to show you what I got in the mail in a minute. Got two more to look at here. Well, it's a D. Maybe it's a D I can use. Grand Canyon. I don't think I need this one. But I might. Nope. I already got that one. Last one. No W's today. It's an American Memorial, which I'm pretty sure I only need the D. Well, that was the end of that. Didn't get any fines in there today. Yeah, I'm having a hard time finishing this book. It does not want to cooperate, and I want to do it all from car wash because I want to prove it can be done. Get that off the table. Yeah, I'll be sending out packages from anybody that I owe anything. The packages are going out Wednesday. Let me grab my mail real quick. I want to show you what I got. This was, I'm pretty sure, started out as a prize on spray can, and then it was actually won by Sheena Smith, who gifted it to me because I collect stamps and coins, and I am of German descent, so I was gifted this. It has German paper currency, a German coin, and a number of German stamps. And there's the back of the currency. And that is like the most awesome thing to have in my collection. I have very few. I have a few. I don't want to say I don't have any. From the World War II era. This right here, I kind of almost cringe when I see it, but I'm glad to own it because I'm one of those people. I don't believe in trying to rewrite history and make things disappear. And I think people need reminders that that happened, you know. But that was an awesome, awesome gift for my collection. I am so pleased to have it. They are in beautiful shape. Only this stamp has cancellation marks on it. The other ones are unused, uncanceled. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful thing for my collection. I took German in high school for a year because my great-grandmother used to write me letters that were half English and half German, and she would expect me to respond to the German questions in German, but other than being able to count to about 10, I don't really remember my German because I took Spanish. I grew up in Florida during the Bay of Pigs invasion, and they thought Cuba was going to bomb us and come in and take over, and so they made us all learn Spanish, and I got in trouble in, I think it was third grade, second grade or third grade when that was going on. And I got in trouble and got sent to the principal's office because I told the teacher that my brother was in Cuba at Guantanamo Bay, and she accused me of lying about that and said my brother wasn't old enough to be there. Well, my brother was 17. He was in the Navy, and he worked with electronics and keeping all of their communications things going. And he was, I think, the youngest guy there, or darn close to the youngest guy there. But he's quite a bit older than I am. And if you're watching, Dan, hey, the teacher thought I was lying and sent me to the principal's office because she did not realize I had a brother that was that much older, and he really was there. And they called my mother at work. Well, they tried to call my dad, and he was out fishing or something. So they called my mother at work, and my mom gave them heck because she told her, yes, she does too have a brother that's stationed at Guantanamo. He's 17 years old, and he's in the U.S. Navy. And so the next day, I brought in letters, a couple of letters from my brother that he had sent. And we were trying to, we're in third grade and we're just learning Spanish, like Buenos Dias. And, our Spanish was quite limited, but we tried to uh, translate the letter from my brother from English to Spanish. I'm sure we butchered the daylights out of it, but um, I speak a little Spanish. I'm rusty. I speak more Spanish when I'm in Michigan than I do here because I have a lot of friends of Mexican descent up there. But in Florida, we had to learn it, and it kind of overwhelmed my learning German. But like I said, my mom's family is all German and Dutch, so I do have interest in what was going on over there at the time. One of the unusual, or it's not really unusual, but it's something people don't think about when you try to trace your family history and you go back into places like Germany and France and Poland and places where there were serious wars and battles fought. It's very hard to find records of your families because they were destroyed. They were bombed or burned or, just not kept. So anytime I can get anything German related, it's part of my heritage. I don't, to my knowledge, I don't think I have anybody that fought on their side, but I don't know, and I have no way of finding those records because, for the most part, they're gone. But anyway, I'm going to do one more thing before I go. And I've been reading little excerpts out of Coin Collecting for Dummies. I still don't know who sent me this book, but there's some pretty interesting things in it. And I have learned a lot out of this book. And it has, one of the things it has made me notice how many people are handling their coins without wearing gloves, and they don't understand that they're harming the coins by doing it. But I found this one and I thought it was interesting because I do fly periodically, and I know some of you travel to coin shows and that kind of stuff. And there was a little section in here that tells you how to transport your coins. And I'm just going to read the one, carrying coins in your car. It says, most criminals avoid robbery, preferring instead simple burglary when the victim is not around. Many coin thefts occur on the road when, for some reason, otherwise smart people leave their coins in their cars. Most car break-ins occur after a coin show. At the show, thieves notice who is buying and selling coins, who is carrying a large inventory, and who may be traveling alone. They then watch the cars being unloaded and loaded to see who is wary and who is complacent. The thieves may have watched you at a previous show to see how you behave on the road. Dealers and attendees at coin shows should receive identification badges and or stick-on name tags. In the trade, we call these rob me badges. If you walk out of a coin show wearing your badge or name tag, you advertise that you're a coin collector or dealer. Take the badge off before you walk out the door. I would have never thought of that. Now, I did think of why I don't have metal detecting stickers on my car. Somebody mentioned yesterday in Florida Thunder Digging with Robs that they had metal detecting stickers all over their truck. And I said, well, I'm leery of putting anything like that on my car because to me, that's an advertisement that I have metal detectors in there or may have a metal detector in there and somebody come and steal it. But I never thought about at coin shows, that somebody would actually be walking around, stalking basically. It's someone who is a dealer or someone who is buying a lot of coins. And I certainly didn't think about them using a name tag as a way to spot somebody who is a dealer. So if you're going to these shows and you're buying stuff, I think that's a sound piece of advice. Do not put the name tag on unless you absolutely have to, if it's a requirement of selling at the show. But don't wear it outside because, somebody's going to look on there and go, okay, I'm going to watch this guy or lady and see what car they're going to and loading up. And then if you go back in, these guys can pop your car in a second and they're going to have all your goods. And we don't want that. We want to keep our toys. John Jacobs. I'm going to tell you a story about those burned up in St. Louis records. They use that a lot of times. They will tell you that, and the records actually exist. And if I can find the phone number, I had a phone number for a guy there at St. Louis, and I had been told multiple times that my dad's records had burned up. My dad was in the 182nd Americal Division of the U.S. Army, and I was told that his records were all burned. And I kept being very persistent and very persistent. And eventually one day I went out to my mailbox and there was an envelope in there about yay thick. I had finally gotten a hold of the right person. A lot of times they will just routinely tell you that because they don't want to go in those warehouses and look. Now, some of the records did burn. That there absolutely was a fire there, but a lot of times that's just their standard response. And there are also some records on a site, unfortunately, you have to pay for, but a site called Fold 3, FOLD, and the number 3. You might want to check there for your dad's records or a clue to your dad's records because, like I said, persistence paid off for me. My dad never got any of the medals that he earned because he was being bounced around from VA hospital to VA hospital when they airlifted him out of Guadalcanal. And he got one Purple Heart, and that was the only one of his medals that he got. Well, I was persistent and this box right here, that's my dad's medals, including his Bronze Star. There's like 30 of them in there. And I would not have been able to get them except that I just kept pressuring St. Louis to find his records under the guise. This is one of the things that you need to tell them when you keep approaching them, is tell them you need those records for medical reasons, which in my case was absolutely true. I have all these strange autoimmune disorders that did not come from my mother's side of the family. So I really was hunting for medical records. And I eventually, I just had to keep being persistent and saying, look, would you please check again? And eventually I hit the right person and I got my dad's records. And then I was able to get his medals. Now, unfortunately, by the time that happened, he had passed on, but we have them. And like I said, they told, I think the first 10 times they told me that the records had burned. And I'm like, well, this is really important. Can you please double check? And somebody found them. So sometimes you just got to keep poking them with the stick in St. Louis. I would email there and send them letters every week. I tormented the daylights out of these people in St. Louis until I got my dad's records. And yes, you are correct, Mikey. Fingerprints harm the coin more than gloves. And I wear the white cotton cloth gloves, which they are much more breathable than the latex type gloves, and they do less damage. These are the same gloves that are worn to handle old documents in archives and photographic negatives and that sort of thing. So these are what I use. You can buy a whole pack of them under $10 and wash them and reuse them. When I wash them, I do not put them in a thing with detergent. I just put them in my bathroom sink and let them soak. But you can see they get grubby. There's the thumb of that one's a little bad, but they're cheap and they work well. I had made a list earlier of people to tune into later this evening, but of course I've lost my list. It happens all the time. I think Sir Benji is still going. He said he was going to be going until about 8 o'clock. He's given away a lot of stuff. If you're into the metal detecting scene, I think Metal Pirate Girl has a running thing going where she's showing her bird feeder and critter cam in Western New York. Detector Kev is online currently. He has some giveaways and so forth. Jeff Silversmith is on later tonight. I think Ambient Girl Detecting is on. And I went over and watched my buddy Robert Ferguson's latest video. He been having some car trouble, so he hasn't been doing beach detecting much, but he started out as a gold prospector. In his latest video, he went back out in the California desert and did some uh, hunting for gold, and he found some. So if you are interested in gold prospecting, run over and watch Robert Ferguson's latest video. He did well, and he usually carries home some pay dirt with him to see if he can find some stuff when he doesn't have any way to get out. So I just got done watching that. I don't know if Baseman 64 is going to be on tonight or not. I did not see a comment video come through for him, so not sure. Also not sure about Can. He's usually on at 8, but I'm not sure. I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare today. And truthfully, I knew I was going to lose a good chunk of my viewers to Sir Benji's giant giveaway. So I didn't really plan a big thing. I didn't want to try to compete, with his anniversary. I think his 600 subscribers. But anyway, that being said, I think I'm just going to let y'all go. You can run back over to Benji's and see if you can pick up on some goods and check out those other folks. I'm going to try and work on my health a little more this week and get this stuff mailed out. Yeah, it's going to be going on for a long time. He told me till about 8 o'clock. So, like I said, I'm going to try to concentrate on my health this week and maybe work on some metal detecting videos. That I have a bunch of old stuff that never got posted, and I think I'm just going to make a couple of videos or maybe some shorts out of it so that I can get them off my cameras and try and get my stuff ready for next year. It's about to the point here where we're not gonna be able to be doing a lot of detecting. Tomorrow night it's supposed to be 30 degrees and that S word. Yeah, the snowy thing. I like snow, but I'd rather be out detecting. Alrighty. Thank you guys for coming. I'll get the packages out in the mail. Once again, if you can help with the Christmas thing, the 12 days of Christmas, we had a lot of fun with that last year. So if you've got something you can donate for that, like I said, I got the big box down here. I got the little box up here. We need to have at least 15 to 20 decent prizes. I mean, I'm going to go through my stuff and try to pick some things out, but my primary goal right now is to make some money to assist in my move to Michigan, because truly I got to get up there for health reasons. And do not forget that on November the 14th on my other channel, which is Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor, I'm going to be selling my handcrafted jewelry and handmade Christmas ornaments and things for around the house, and that's going to be a fundraiser. And there's also the possibility of some coinage things that were donated back from last week's giveaway for me to sell. So some of those may creep into the mix. So I will make a promo video for that, and maybe you can do some of your shopping. Archaeology Mikey, your package is among the stuff that should be going out Wednesday or Thursday, with your mom's earrings in it, among other things. So let's all, I guess we're going to go back over to Sir Benji and raid him for now, and then you can check those other people out later tonight. I'm going to go put a little bit of dinner in the micro nuker, and I'll see y'all over at Mr. Benji's. Thank y'all so much for coming. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It's discouraging when I come on and my stream hasn't started yet and there's already a thumbs down. I know who it is. You know, she thinks she's cute, but I don't care because it means she interacted with my video. So I'm going to go now. See y'all over at the Benji house. Bye. Thank you for being here. Much love.